Now we're going to make a really simple oat biscuit recipe. If we're going to make a biscuit, we are going to incorporate some oats, which are a really good low GI, which means that they're slow burning. So they're going to keep us fuller for longer. They're also good for beta glucan, which can help keep cholesterol down. I'm going to add some fruit to it. You can put ginger in it, chocolate chips, any kind of dry fruit. If you want to keep it really cheap and cost effective, sultanas, easily available. We're going in with a really nice plain flour, a little bit of sugar, not too much for the recipe.
It's 115 grams. I think we're going to make about 10 cookies, aren't we? So it's
it'll make 10 to 15 cookies. Yeah, roughly. Before we start, make sure you've got your oven preheated to 160 degrees Celsius. So you will need some boiling water for this recipe. So get the kettle on. Also, have a couple of lined trays. We're going to put our butter into our big bowl first. Make sure your butter is soft. The softer the better, the easier it will incorporate. If it's straight out of the fridge, you might just want to leave it at room temperature for a little bit. Okay,
is there any way of softening it without time?
I mean, you see people put it in the microwave and stuff like that. I wouldn't recommend that because you tend to melt the butter. If you're going to do these, just plan ahead. In there then, we're going to go with our sugar, 115 grams. You could use light brown sugar, soft light brown sugar, or soft dark brown sugar. All we're going to do is combine the two. Use the back of the spoon, if that helps, and sort of squish it down. See that's starting to come together now?
Soft butter really will help this, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's some arm work going into this.
So that's where we want to get to really with that. You can see it's incorporated, just a paste now. There's no loose sugar in the bowl. What we're going to do now then, in the bowl that your butter came from, we're going to go in with a tablespoon of golden syrup. Okay, and in there we're going to go with our bit of boiling water, just to help that syrup loosen up.
Such a tiny amount of water makes a massive difference.
Huge difference. You can see how that's turned that from a really sticky syrup. So that can go straight into your butter. Now we're going to add a little bit of vanilla.
For that small jar was £4.50.
£4, which is quite expensive.
But I guess it goes a long way.
It can go a long way, yeah, absolutely. Mix your wet ingredients together now. It's all in there. So what we'll do is just make sure that they're all incorporated into that mixture.
Oh, it smells really good.
So now I'm going to go in with my sultanas. If you're adding anything different, this is where you'd put it in. So chocolate chips, ginger, mango, whatever you want to do. Plain flour. All your dry goes in now, essentially. Oats, all in. So we're going to add bicarbonate of soda, a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. So I've already gone too much, but that's fine. Now this bit you'll enjoy because now you're going to get your hands in there. Incorporating the wet and the dry together. What we should end up with is a nice dough. And you can see that's coming together nicely now. And then what you should end up with then is this really nice dough. What I'm going to do with that is just going to leave that now to rest for about 5 minutes. The reason being, we've added oats and flour to that, which are both hygroscopic. So I want them to start to absorb some of the moisture. Okay, and if we work with it too quick, what might happen is when you put them on your tray, they might spread too rapidly. So I'm just going to leave that to rest. 5 minutes in the bowl. Okay, so we've had our 5 minutes. The dough has tightened up a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just take off a little piece at a time with our trays ready now. They've already got the paper on them. I'm going to go for this sort of size, probably half a golf ball. Place them on your tray, and when you put them down, just give them a little press. Okay, we'll just repeat that. Give them enough room on the tray to spread out a bit. By the way, you know, if you make this dough and you didn't want to cook it all now, roll this tight in cling film, maybe into a bit of a sausage shape, put it in the freezer for roughly a month. When you bring it out, slice it into the shape you want it, back on the tray and bake it off. So if this is something that you're going to eat regularly, you could double or treble this mix. Use some now, use the rest later from the freezer. Shall we try a cookie?
Yes!
For that break. Yeah, good. Louis? Those oats, that fruit, really tasty.
I think I would really struggle to only eat one. They're so good.
It's good because you've got another 11 to go.
I'll make short work of those, for sure.